Let's get into it. It's your boy Carcino here, and let's get into this. Ah! Volume 1. Jay-Z, Volume 1. Let's get into this. Coming from the foul of yesteryear. Cino's CD collection expands 25 years. I got CDs in here older than a lot of you that's been on this shelf or a shelf of mine longer than many of you have been born. But each one has their own story. It's a lot of stories behind every single one of these discs. And this one is Volume 1. Now, Volume 1, Jay-Z, The Times and Lives of Sean Carter. It's it, In My Lifetime, Volume 1. This CD never materialized to be what it should have been. And this is what Jay said haunts me to this day, because he knew what this album could have been. He never calls this album a classic because of what transpired in making this album. The album went in a direction that he didn't want to go to, but he trusted other people around him in the process in making the album. Now, in the Lifetime Volume 1, Jay-Z has come out and said the first song that he did on here was The Streets Is Watching. So it lets you know what the album should have been and where they were going with this album. But it was sidetracked with songs that he, one, was not trying to portray. And that direction took them further and further away from what they were trying to accomplish here on Volume 1. Now, this comes out like fresh off of Biggie hasn't even been gone a year. And here comes Volume 1. They were trying to make Jay-Z, because he's from Brooklyn and was Biggie's buddy, he's going to be the next big thing. So all of this is going into we're going to make Jay the next big thing. Dame Dash was more in the mindset of, we don't need any of them to make this project. We don't need the lights, the glamour. We don't need Puffy. He didn't want Puffy Combs involved in this project. A song, maybe, cool. We get a good look, but they ain't got nothing to do with what we do at Rockefeller. Jay didn't feel that way. Jay feel like they running the game right now. They're huge. They're doing major shows, tours. Jay was on that tour. He put Jay on there, so Jay could do his set and promote his album. But him coming out doing like 2-3 songs, and then he'll do a song with Fox, and then that's it. He just left the tour because he's like, I got things to do on my album that I need to be working on. So he had to go make a video for the song that they produced. And Diddy was on tour, and Diddy was like, oh, no, I'm not going to be involved in that song. That's the hit, man. Look, we made the record. Like, at that time, Jay couldn't afford to have Puff in the video. That was just out. So this is where things started to go wrong. As I tried to tell this person before Rockaware, they were always selling merchandise. Tried to tell somebody this, they didn't believe me. Rockefeller always sold merchandise. See that? Now let's get into the track listing. All right, let's get to the track listing so we can see where this problem lies. Okay, that's Dame. Once again, trying to sell merchandise. Rockefeller shirts. And he's ahead of his time. Let's go to the shots for the album. First off, everything's hard to read. This was terrible. You got black on gray. You could barely read it. But if you look at these track listings, so Blackstreet is on here performing The City Is Mine. All right. Now, The City of Mine is a song Teddy Riley did. I didn't have a problem with The City of Mine. This is the song that pissed off New York, but to make The City Is Mine, I felt that the song was decent. I had no problem with it. I Know What Girls Like with Puffy and Lil' Kim. Another song that I didn't think was good at all. I just felt Jay-Z, it's not a Jay-Z type record. For what they were trying to make Jay-Z, this was not going to make it. So that was a miss. Who You With Part 2, the extended version from the How to Be a Player soundtrack. Face Off with Sauce Money. To me, that was a hit. That worked. Jay-Z loved that song. I love that song. Real Niggas featuring Too Short. It's a song that worked. Should have been on the album. Where else we at here? Damn, you can't even see none of the songs anymore. Hold on. Okay, here we go. We missed some songs. Imaginary Player. Hit. Should have been the lead single. Followed up by The Streets Is Watching. Two hit records. The Hit Factory, both from D&D Studios. They knocked that out. Friend or Foe 98. Lucky Me. To me, Lucky Me is okay. It works. It's a different feel to it. Another Bad Boy song. Trying to give a new look to Jay, but Stevie J produced it, which means he was too busy banging hoes to care. Okay, after the Real Nigga song, which one? The Rap Game, Crack Game. Another song that works for me. Loved it. Where I'm from, You Must Love Me, the way to end the album. Now, what I don't see on here is shocking. But where is the song that killed the album? Oh, there it is. There it is at the bottom. Always Be My Sunshine by Babyface. Shh. Bad Boy made this song. You want to talk about one of the worst records ever made? Always Be My Sunshine. I don't know who thought that worked or how it sounded. I don't know where in the world did that song ever hit somebody's ear to say, that's still scratching my head over that. Sunshine. So I get what Jay is saying. I know what this album could have been. But at the height of what was going on, Brooklyn was looking for their new savior. Jay was playing the role. Of he's going to be the next Biggie. Like, I'm the next one of Brooklyn. I'm finna take the baton and lead. Like, it's all mine, the whole city. When he made the city of mine, he was talking about Brooklyn. He wasn't talking about New York City. He was talking about Brooklyn. And it got misunderstood, and a lot of rappers in New York felt slighted by him talking about the streets is yours and you this tough guy. It rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, especially people in Queens. Overall, this is a great project. And Jay knew it, and what rectified and saved Volume 1 and Jay-Z's career is that they rectified this by making a DVD, a complete Rockefeller DVD called The Streets Is Watching. Basically put out a mixtape album, actually, to rectify what happened here. The Streets Is Watching soundtrack and movie. The DVD that showed and showcased a lot of the music videos that were performed that were on that album was used to make the Streets Is Watching DVD. Slight movie, which led into all the songs that Jay liked and that people liked from the album. They had video for Lucky Me. I mean, not Lucky Me, but You Must Love Me. And it told the streets, it let the streets know, no, Jay's still Jay. Now, don't let this Volume 1 thing get you confused. We still street. We still busting bottles and we still hard. See, it was imperative to give that appearance because, let me get down here and get things cracking. It was imperative to do that because they didn't want Jay to get looked at like Mace or another pop act. So he was fighting with that complex the entire time because he didn't like the direction. Plus, it didn't work. None of those Puffy songs really work. And Jay felt like it wasn't working, but he wanted to trust the process. Like, let me trust this, because maybe they know more than me, because they're making hits. But Jay thought that out of all the Puffy songs, they should have led with I Know What Girls Like. That had Little Kim on it, and it had Puffy. Here's the problem. Def Jam wouldn't cover it. You can get the feature, but you couldn't get them to appear in the video. That was one of the main problems. Jay wasn't going for that. You finna just eat off him. I mean, Puff wasn't going for that. Puff made the song and got on the record. But what Puff ain't finna do, and what's not gonna happen, is he not finna do something for free that he's supposed to be paid off of. Now, Puff is Puff. Money is money. He wasn't going that route. You know Sean Puffy Combs, you better know that. But Jay thought they should have that as the single and not Always Be My Sunshine with Babyface on it. He just thought, I don't know, for the lead single? And what they were coming with was Streets is Watching, Now, the times in life of Sean Carter was what the original title was for the album, Volume 1. That came from Calvin Klein. The Times and Lives of Calvin Klein, the book. Jay wanted to name his album The Times and Lives of Sean Carter. But that's too long of a title. So it became In My Lifetime, Volume 1. Then the rest is history from there. Sunshine was chosen and selected, and those records didn't work, and they represented what the album was when they really wasn't. Where I'm From was a monster. Like a lot of, I play Volume 1 all the time. Rap Game, Crap Game, that song, there's some lyrics on there that will blow your mind. He was still spitting. Now, in due time, as you can see, the skill of Jay-Z on a lot of those songs, the potential, basically, I won't say arrogance, I would say more or less the drive. Volume 1 was probably his last effort of us seeing Jay being really Jay, to me. That was the last instance of Jay being that Jay. Reasonable Doubt Jay. He was really on point. Now, Volume 2, completely commercial album. Completely sold everything out and said, this is it. Jay was going to retire. Like, this is it. I'm done with rap. I'll produce and write songs. But if this album don't hit, I'm out. Because Ja Rule's song became his first major hit record to go like internationally hit record. Then you had from that became Swiss Beats when Swiss blew up off of DMX, and the rest was history. The Rough Rider sound, you know. Forget all the work Dame them did, like Dame Grease and all those other guys. All it took was that one intro song. That became the Rough Riders anthem. That was it. The rest was absolute history. Little Kim and Fox fell out during the Puffy tour, the No Way Out tour, and that started a feud that lasted about 10, 12 years of unnecessariness. But that's another story. Anyway, I'm out. Love, peace, and hair grease. Don't forget to hit up my Cash App, which is Carcino. If you didn't super chat, the Patreon is Carcino for life. And I'm out.